Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of Tome of Replay Analysis. I hope this finds you doing really well. I'm super excited to showcase a really nice Barbarian Assault Defender run I had the other day. There was really no major mistakes. There's one kind of a funny time loss that I'll showcase to you. It wasn't my fault, I swear, for once. But it's unfortunate. But it was a really good run with a pretty clean time, and I'm super stoked to show it to you. So I'm gonna run through all the strategies I'm using, give you some helpful tips. Excuse me, sir. And hopefully we will all learn something. So without further ado, please enjoy and thank you for watching. All right, welcome. Here we go. Starting the run off. We're doing a full send run as Defender. You'll notice we did a little cheeky OS call there with the step. Not necessary at all, but it's just a way to keep your clicks crispy in the early game. And it's just flashy and it looks nice, so it's a little extra something I've picked up lately. It's wave 1, there's not much else to do. We're just vibing, so you'll notice I do that on waves 1, 2, and 3. So wave 2 and 3, of course, we have our early eggs. We got red, so what you're gonna see me do, I'm gonna path a little bit east to make sure the healer lures onto Kadin. We're gonna move up the west cannon onto this tile. We're gonna place 3 good food to lure the runners here, and then we're gonna lure them down to the northwest tile and west tile. So it's permless. There's really no threat of bumping the runners. So I've started doing it this way. But if you are new to early eggs, learning red 2 and red 3, probably the best place to start. They're really easy to pick up. And they're fun. I mean, it's a lot more fun when you're doing early eggs, in my opinion. And it's a lot more consistent. I mean, it's almost easier than doing no early eggs once you know how to do them. So you shoot it at 30, and then the runner dies by 36 seconds. So give it a shot. And then wave 3, I'm picking up a new strategy developed by B1. It's a permless green 3. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place 2 food on the northeast tile. And then we're gonna go place our trail and our MS, and we're gonna pick up a log right away. We're not gonna delay, we're not gonna block, we're just picking up the log. We're gonna run straight back, and we're gonna place a food on the northwest tile. We're gonna re-lure the runner. And then what it's gonna do is it's gonna block the next runner from eating this food, and it allows us to delay the runner spawn until 36 seconds. So it's a really, really cool strategy. It's permless, meaning you do the same thing every time. You don't have to worry about which direction the runners are going in. So you see we get that little relure, and then this guy's walking up, and he is gonna get stuck right here. And by the time he eats and he dies, 30 seconds has passed, and he's gonna spawn at 36, which allows us to shoot him. So it's really cool. And then wave 4 is, pretty straightforward. I mean, we're gonna start OS calling for the healer. I added a little bit of a leech tech to my arsenal. Again, it's not necessary at all in 5-mans, but these early waves can be a little bit boring. It's just a way to spice things up and keep things crispy. So we're gonna do a little soft crash, and then place a little relure food and go up for the self block on wave 4. And then we're back to the trap food in time, and we're on the same file as the healer, so he could lure onto us. So there's a lot of little nuances going on here. And then going into wave 5, this is probably my favorite wave to defend on. So you see I'm pathing here, which is a new thing for me. This is a Salsa tech, where again, it's completely unnecessary in this situation, but if your collector was not luring the healer, then it allows you to still do the Midwest start, and it gives you an additional tick of clearance to do that. So it's really cool. I've started adding it just because it looks cool. So you're going to see me do that. We're going to move east 3 times, and then it lines us up to drop the Midwest food and go straight into the hide, into the log. So another thing that I do now is I copy D1 whenever I can. You might be asking, what is this food doing here? It's, if you've seen 7, it's the same principle where you drop a soft crash food right here. The runners will be lured over, and you have plenty of time to drop your good food on the trap to re-lure them down. And the time it takes for them to walk from here to here, it allows them to soft crash and retarget on their food. So it's really cool. And that allows you to run up and block this healer if it goes on Kadin or whoever your healer might be. Same thing as wave 7. In this case, it's on the collector. So you see I drop the good food there. They retarget. It's beautiful. So I block that guy there. And then we are just soft crashing again. The last runner is south, and it's done and dusted. One thing to note is if the first runner is east, that does not work because they won't target the food. So, and then getting into wave 6. If your team knows 57 wave 6, it's honestly more consistent than 60 wave 6. There's no risk of healers bouncing, which is really nice. Doing the Midwest start again, placing our trail, and then we're just going to be placing a bunch of food here, setting up a relure. We're going to soft crash this first runner, and then we're going to place a relure food. And then one thing I started doing differently is if the main uses shrink to let the collector get an egg, I don't worry about calling first. I'll kill the runner and then I'll call. Just makes it a little bit easier. So we're just dodging the healers. We're going to fix the trap and then path right back to dodge that healer. And you need to look at where this runner's positioned. If he is going west, then you need to place 1 food northwest and 3 food west. If he is south or east, you just place 4 food northwest. So that's the only thing you really need to look at. And then you're just going to go over, you're going to shoot your eggs. And the thing I love about 57 is if you do it right, I love seeing everything. I love seeing the wave end before everything dies. It's kind of satisfying. And then wave 7, this is where the soft crash tech was developed by Foster's with the 18 block, which is a super cool strat. So we're going Midwest again. You're going to see me drop the exact same food on the soft crash tile. The healer's on me, so I'm not blocking it. And then you see me move to this file at 24 seconds when there's 6 seconds on the clock. You see this guy, he lures onto me, which allows the healer to put 2 food on him, tick perfect without moving or him bouncing or whatever. And it allows him to get back and put the poison on the 6-second healer. So it's a little optimization you can do. And then there is a fix you have to do if the first runner is east. But for now, we're just putting our relure food, we're soft crashing the runner, and then we want this guy to relure onto us, which he does. And then the 18-second, he's going to put 1, 2, 3. We're going to move to the cannon. We're going to shoot 1 egg. We call 1 just so that everyone knows. It's just good comms so that no one is worried about overshots and, losing the eggs. So pretty clean wave 7 going into wave 8. I made a minor mistake in wave 8, but it ended up being fine. It was just kind of an unnecessary mistake, but it's all good. All right, so we're just placing our trail. We're using good food for the trail, and I swear to God, one of these guys always goes west on wave 8. I don't know what the deal is. We place our relore food. And then this was the mistake. I should have put a food right here to lure them, but I didn't. It ends up being okay in this case, but that could result in some issues if it was a different permutation. And the reason it's an issue is you see they target the food the literal tick that I put it down. So it was really kind of an unnecessary rush. But I get a nice split on these guys, so it worked out really well. So we got the 2 RPs set up for him. He's gonna spam those down, and then he's just gonna go on the reserve while the main capes, and we shoot him with eggs. The goal is to get a 69-second end. It doesn't show up. We might have lost a tick or two with the interface or whatever, but you love to see the first call blue on B9, especially when you're on pace. You love to see it. So if you're learning B9 as a defender, one thing you need to do is you need to place your food on the east tile of the trap. The reason being is when a monster dies, typically blue eggs will spawn on the southeast tile. And so if the runner's eating here, blue egg should spawn here most of the time. Sometimes it glitches out and it'll spawn like right here in one of these two, but usually it's here. So you need to put the food here so that this healer stays trapped because it's lured onto the collector. The collector picks it up here and it's completely safe. One thing to note, since your food is here, you need to use the hanky main stack. So this tile I have marked, this is the sure main stack. However, runners eating here will not see your food, so you need to use the hanky main stack. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and we're going to place 4. We're going to use the same food for our trail. We're going to pick up 2 logs and we're going to hide. And I like clicking that tile because it lets us path down. And then we're going to move here and place our relore food. See how it kind of creates a little ramp for the healer to move. Just a little quality of life that you can do to help the collector. And we're just going to do a series of soft crashes. We drop 5. We're dropping our relore food and we're going to soft crash again. So now 4 runners are dead. And we're going to place our last relore food once these guys go, which they do. So everything's looking pretty good. The 1 RP is on the healer. The other 2 are on me, so I'm going to split these up as clean as I can. And I'm going to get this guy out of the way, so... okay, this is where the funny time loss happens. So, Trail... you see everyone's calling Ranger. Trail is the 2A. He's responsible for the Rangers, so we're like, alright, yeah, go get him. But he's nearly dead. He's a 1 defense pure, and the mobs shredded him. So we end up losing like 12 seconds to this Ranger, which is really sad when you're on such a good pace, but it was honestly pretty funny. And we're on to wave 10, so on wave 10 especially, I look at the runner movement to know when to drop my food. So Kadin puts 4 here, and then on this tile, I'm looking at this runner through my inventory. He's under my horn here. Once he moves, that's when you place the food, and then you place the last 2, right away. So, boom, he moves, I place the food. We're placing the last 2. I'm letting the aggro drop, and then I'm keeping the 24-second healer on me because it allows the healer to put their repoison on it, and it lets them run down to the trap a little faster. And then once those guys move, northwest, we are placing the food on the trap. So we move to this tile right here. This is as far west as you can go to keep these guys in render distance. So we just wait here until like, I don't know, 49 or 50 seconds, whatever it is, for the deaths to register. And then we're going to move up and we're going to grab the last healer that spawns at 54 seconds. And everything looks pretty good. I mean, this is a walk in the park for Kadin. We're gonna shoot this guy twice, and we get like a 69.6 end, and pretty good stuff. So the only major mistake was that ranger, but I mean, it's better for that to have happened than for Trail to have died, which would waste, like, we'd have to redo the entire wave, and it would be like another 90 seconds. So all things considered, that was pretty smart for him to hide. And then this little configuration, I don't fully understand how this works, but usually the 2A is here and the defender goes here. It helps to box in the queen so that she moves kind of to this region and the eggs kill it a little bit faster. So that's why you see sweaty folks doing this. We're just doing the pass. And they're shooting and we're done. So he forced it the way the round ends, and it's a 10-13.2. So pretty good. I mean, it would have been like maybe like a 10-01 or 10-02 with the without the ranger conundrum, but all said and done, a really clean run, very fun one. I've said it once and I'll say it again. Barbarian Assault is the best content in the game. It's so fun. On par with like high level rating, which I can't really do. So this is where I go when I've just got that itch for some sweaty gameplay. I'm an Iron Man. I don't have the gear for hard mode tobs and that kind of stuff. So this is just as good. But I hope you learned something. This is, it can look a little bit daunting when you see all these strategies strung together in a single round, but just take it one thing at a time. Learn your early eggs. Pick up one wave at a time. Maybe go for Midwest on wave 5 and wave 7, and then learn wave 8 and wave 10. You can pick up 57-6. You just take it one thing at a time. Casual BA, speed BA, even leeches. There's a million people that love this minigame and are more than happy to show you strats. Because the more people that are good at Barbarian Assault and the more people that are having fun at this minigame, the better life is. So yeah, don't be shy. I know it's daunting. It takes time. You're not going to pick this up in a day. This is really something that'll happen over time, but once you get it down, man, it's the best. So you get runs like this, it's just great. Anyways, that's my yap. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have a run you want me to look over. The best way to learn, in my opinion, is to record your runs and watch them back. That's the best way to do it. So this has been Tome of Replay Analysis, Episode 2, a 2025 Full Send Defender run in Barbarian Assault, Old School RuneScape, baby. This is how we do. We love Old School RuneScape. All right. Have a great day.